From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, the Children's Commissioner wants to flip the balance of power and let young people have their say about the agency's work program. New Commissioner Dr. Claire Ahmad has launched a survey asking children what they think are the most important things for them. Dr. Ahmad says letting young people engage in raising and discussing issues is the right thing to do.
What children tell us through this survey is going to help us shape our strategic priorities for the next 4 years.
The incoming Minister for Regulation is promising to make real change. ACT leader David Seymour picked up the role during coalition negotiations alongside Associate Health and Education roles. Mr. Seymour says there's a disease of over-regulation plaguing New Zealand.
Change the way government regulates, delete a lot of bad regulation and start getting people spending more time producing and less time complying.
The National Party's Andrew Bailey says he's excited to keep representing the people of Port Waikato. He's won the by-election in a landslide victory, gaining 11,000 more votes than second-placed Casey Costello. Andrew Bailey says education, health and infrastructure are the most important issues to constituents. He says all the hard work was done in the years leading up to the election, not during the campaign. Mr. Bailey says it's important to be tapped into the local community. After Hamas delayed the handover of more hostages, accusing Israel of violating the truce terms, Qatar says the obstacles have been overcome and the exchange will go ahead. But senior advisor to Israel's Prime Minister, Mark Regev, has told Sky UK they can't go back to the status quo of before October 7.
Let's be frank. Israelis simply will not stand to go back to that reality, because that reality means that Israel lives next to this terror enclave, and Israelis have to live in constant fear that in the middle of the night terrorists will cross the frontier and butcher their children.
That's news. In sport, Wellington Olympic are New Zealand's domestic men's football champions. They've beaten Auckland City 2-0 in the National League final at Mount Smart, courtesy of goals to Caelan Gould and Jack Henry Sinclair. Wellington captain Ben Mata says it's a mountain they've been trying to conquer for a long time on FIFA Plus.
Man, I'm so proud for us and our club, and look at the support we got here today. I know Wakefield Park's pumping. I can't wait to get back there and drink some beers.
Shane van Gisbergen is about to start in what could be his last ever supercars race at the Adelaide 500. The three-time champion is switching to NASCAR racing in the United States next year. Red Bull teammate Brock Feeney credits van Gisbergen for teaching him the ropes.
For me, it's been awesome to see him do his craft and what he's been able to achieve in the last few years, and it's massively helped me. So he might not think it, but it certainly has helped me a lot behind the scenes.
That's sport. I'm Joe Gilfillan.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.